Hello everybody, and welcome back to Age of Mythology Extended Edition. My name is Bloodbath169, and welcome to Part 4 of the single-player campaign. In our last episode, we followed Arkantos. We did Scratching the Surface. Arkantos finally recovered the trident from Kamos, and went to attempt to try to break through Troy's outer defenses to help break the siege at Troy. Well, they got ambushed and had to destroy the ports in order to keep them from resupplying the city, which of course would kind of be crucial during a siege. So today we have Part 4, A Fine Plan. The Greeks and their Atlantean allies prepare to lay siege the mighty Trojan Gate.
Join us, Arkantos. You know the famous Odysseus, surely. I know of him. Your reputation precedes you, as does yours. Are you ready for the siege? We could use your advice in planning our attack. As the commander here, I have already taken care of the plans, Odysseus. You and Arkantos will take your armies and start the siege of the gates. That's a fine start. What about the other armies? Ajax and I will keep our men in reserve. When you get through, Ajax will rush his men in to clear out the Trojan defenders. Then I will enter and rescue them.
Well, they got that character model for Agamemnon correct. Just this snobby expression.
Sir, there's no gold nearby. You'll need to find and take over one of Troy's mining operations.
Okay, so here's our military. We've got we got 5 citizens here. I guess let's go ahead and have them start on. Let's go ahead and do a granary. Let's take our scout as part of this too. Okay, so we're starting out in the classical age, and we're gonna, there we go, attack the actual attacker. Okay, so we got some gold from that. Let's go ahead. This is a small mine. I see we have a town center down here. Let's go ahead and clear this out if we can. Go ahead and heal our troops so that they can complete this destruction. Let's go ahead and knock this out. There's no need to be using up all my gold, buddy. What is down here? A Pegasus. Okay. We got donkeys.
A trade caravan! This supplies Troy with gold! We can put a stop to that!
Yes, we can.
Ahí está.
go ahead
The
and
more
put...
caravans we destroy, the fewer troops the Trojans will train.
We're going to save this thunderbolt power. Because if we come across, say, a very powerful myth unit that needs destroyed, that would be kind of invaluable to have at the time. Let's go ahead and destroy. Actually, let's target the end here. We'll go ahead and send our goats here. And let's go ahead. Need 3 more here. There's another trade caravan.
Got to protect our trade caravans.
Let's make sure we knock out as many of these gold operations as we can while we're out here. Among other things, every pile of gold that we keep them from harvesting is another one in our pocket, so I'd say there's definitely benefits to clearing them out, assuming they don't try to rebuild. Of course, after a certain point you can begin to really start recouping your or making up for your destruction resources for some things, but focus on the enemy. Who's that? That's Pegasus, okay. Guys, go ahead and kill this. Okay. Let's make sure that this area is clear. Because I think we're going to want to put a wall right here. And possibly another wall over here somewhere. But for right now, let's go ahead and put our army right here. And then we'll continue on. We need 8 more villagers for our needs as far as wood and such go. We'll go ahead and set them to start doing that. Now ideally we'd let the sheep fatten up, but as it stands I just don't see any game around. Oh, there's some over here, but we got to make do with what we have close to us. We're not in a position right now to expand a lot anyway. Let's go ahead and build a Pegasus, and then we'll go ahead and order another set here. Let's come down here, up here. Let's do a full circuit around the edge of the map here. Let's set these guys to harvest food also. Alright, so we got some good food down, or we have some, yeah, get some good food sources down here. A lot of wood. Okay, and there's our wood gatherers. We got a forest down here. Ooh, we got a Gorgon or a Medusa down here. And an ancient artifact. Armory improvements are less expensive. Garrison this relic in a temple to gain its benefit. That is the Anvil of Hephaestus. Interesting. Alrighty, so looks like we're about set to start our first gold gathering operation. And that's going to be right over here. We're going to do basically just like they did. We'll put a storehouse down and start harvesting the gold. Let's go ahead and order the additional 4. And what we're going to do is, might have heard the diggity, the buzzing sound that makes when it's trying to tell me that we're out. Build more houses or town centers to continue unit prop. Train an army, destroy Trojan West Gate. Okay, so beefy gate right there. Pegasus is there, and our Pegasus is now down. Okay, so let's build one more. These guys need to go ahead and build, first of all, our houses. Okay, so that's all the houses we can build. Send you guys to go do this. Increase with an axe and pickaxe to gather wood and gold faster. Granary can go ahead and research plow, and that'll help us gather from farms faster once all our houses are built. Okay, we sent the Pegasus down or up the other way the last time, so let's send it to here and fill in these pictures if we can. Okay. So these guys are going to end up being our construction crew, but right now there's just a higher priority as far as getting them set up. Okay. What do we have over here? We have archers on an island with a gold mine, so that's interesting. A fishing operation. Sizizia. Cyzicus, there we go. So it looks like that is an ally of Troy. Interesting. And that's all the food I think we're going to waste on Pegasi. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. Okay. You guys are ready to do your farms. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alrighty. So how much do we have left as far as gold? We got about 2,000 left. We can go ahead and upgrade our rates for wood and gold again. And we'll go ahead and also do our masons. And once we have enough blood, we'll do the Olympic parentage. The blood of Zeus causes heroes to have more hit points. Zeus was in fact the father of many of the mythical Greek heroes, including Odysseus and Heracles, of course. Okay, you guys, we need to go here. You're actually going to build a wall right here. And they used the bolt power and killed one of our infantry. Which is fine. Not the end of the world. Who are you? What are you doing? Get out of there. Let's go ahead and get down here. Kill the Gorgon. Because she'll turn, yep, she'll turn one of our cavalry to gold, or to stone, excuse me, not to gold. Kill their scout here. Pick that up. And then we will park our military here. Who is carrying the, Arkantos is carrying it, so he will go ahead and deposit that and then rejoin the army. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and use our bolt power. Out back again. Repair the wall. And then I guess we'll need to go ahead and start our wall over here too. So let's make sure that our area is clear, and we've got a wolf over here. I don't like killing them, but I did not make it necessary, bud. Okay, so we have another artifact. The armor of Achilles. Infantry have more hack armor. So let's send a hero over there to pick that up. Oh, there you go. And then we'll go and attack that. Archers attacking a tower. That's lose proposition, buddy. But to each his own. You have the right, I suppose. So let's go ahead and build another wall right here. Okay, so Troy advances to the heroic age through Dionysus, which tells us that they just gained access to hydras. Put our military back inside the wall. We'll actually position them about in the midpoint. That'll allow them to go both ways. Let's see, we have these. This mine is dried up, so let's move another thing over to here and take care of this 700 something of that. Okay, these guys are now ready to go ahead and build our armory. What else do we have? We have the Minotaur. Minotaur would actually be correct. Let's go ahead and look at that lore real quick while we're waiting. King Minos prayed to Poseidon to send him a snow-white bull as a sign he was fit to rule Crete. He promised to sacrifice the animal, but when it appeared, he kept it for his own. In retribution, Poseidon caused Minos' wife to fall in love with the bull. Their offspring was the Minotaur, a beast with the head of a bull and the body of a man. Minos had a huge labyrinth constructed under Crete where the Minotaur could be kept. Daedalus, I believe, was the one who made the labyrinth. Each year, 7 boys and 7 girls were sent into the maze to be eaten by the beast. Eventually, the Minotaur was slain by Theseus, who unraveled a ball of twine as he moved into the labyrinth so he could find his way out. And they do have an upgrade here. Minos, the Minoan king of Crete, imprisoned the Minotaur in a complex labyrinth designed by Daedalus, the famous Athenian inventor. The labyrinth was so skillfully designed that none could escape before they were devoured by the Minotaur. None but Theseus, that is, who was aided by Minos' daughter, Ariadne, was able to find his way by unraveling thread to mark his route. Minos was so enraged that he imprisoned Daedalus in the labyrinth, but Daedalus escaped by fashioning bird wings of wax. Upon his death, Minos was made one of the judges of Hades. The Minoan palace at Knossos had an elaborate floor plan and may have led to the myth of the labyrinth. Now, what's actually interesting is Daedalus and his son, actually Icarus, were the ones who escaped. And Daedalus cautioned Icarus not to fly too high. He, of course, ignored his father because flying was such a joy, flew too high. The heat from the sun melted the wax that made up his wings, or held his wings together, rather, and he fell to his death. And there was nothing his father could do. Heed your parents at times, kiddos. Sometimes they may actually know what they're talking about, even if it's not immediately obvious. Alright, what else do we have here? We have the Sarissa. Athena's technology improves hoplite attack armor. Although often referred to as the goddess of wisdom, Athena's realm more accurately extended to technology, and the development of the Sarissa qualifies as one of the greatest achievements in military technology. While Greek infantry used 8 to 10 foot long spears for centuries, Alexander the Great refined its use for the Greek phalanx, creating a 16 to 20 foot long two-handed pike called a sarissa. Macedonian phalanxes armed with sarissas dominated Mediterranean warfare until the rise of Rome. That is actually something important. Alexander the Great was in fact a Macedonian, part of Greece at the time on the Greek mainland, but Macedon was a separate kingdom from the rest of the Greek city-states. He was also tutored by Aristotle. Let's see, what else? Sarissa and the Aegis shield. Athena makes infantry more resistant to pierce attacks such as arrows. Let's look at that. The Aegis, which you may recognize from the name of one of the U.S. Navy's destroyers. Aegis was a magical shield that officially belonged to Zeus, but he usually allowed his favorite child, Athena, to carry it. The shield was fringed and covered with scales and often adorned with a Medusa head. That would actually be more accurate to say a Gorgon head, not a Medusa head. It may have been the shield Perseus used to reflect the Medusa's image, thereby avoiding her gaze. Some myths depict the Aegis as a cloak or shield that could convert to a cloak. Like much of the armament of the Olympians, it was forged by Hephaestus. Okay. And let's go ahead and upgrade our cavalry. And you know what we need an archery, which we don't have. Okay, so they just used the bronze power somewhere. They used the bronze power uselessly. Okay. You guys need to go ahead and build a pair of things down there. Send our military over here. Sorry about that. Okay, what else do we have going here? We've got This right here is what happens, buddy, when you don't pay enough attention to what's actually going on. You know, make sure you're paying attention to the eyes on the prize target, not the one that's just most convenient. Okay, that's all the construction for right now, so let's go ahead and have them go back to... Oh wait, no, excuse me. They need to come up here and repair the wall. And, we are actually going to go with Apollo on this because of one major benefit. The Temple of Healing, which lets us put down temples and use them as mobile hospitals. Apollo, god of sun and music, his improvements target archers. Can I target lore? No, I can't. He also allows the underworld passage, which is really nice to have. The manticore, which is, okay. Basically a running archer. The sunray, and of course the oracle. So we're going to do Apollo. We can do oracle here. Oracle. One of the reasons for Apollo's prominence in Greek mythology was his oracle at Delphi, who could predict the future. Apollo established the oracle when he rid Delphi of the serpent Python. Apollo dedicated a bronze tripod to the sanctuary there and bestowed divine powers on the priestess. The priestess, known as the Pythia, would chew on laurel leaves and inhale the hallucinating vapors issuing from the temple floor, while mumbling prophecies that had to be translated by attendant male priests. You may have seen something similar to this portrayed in the movie 300. Not accurate, but yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead. We can go ahead and do the sun ray. Apollo increases the attacks of archers, peltas, manticores, centaurs, and Medusa. Apollo was known as Phoebus, the Radiant, and had a close connection to Helios, the sun god. Apollo was also often shown holding a bow and arrow symbolizing the sun's rays, as he was the god of archery, as art, not for warfare or hunting. His twin sister Artemis was for that. As you can see, they come back carrying, in this case, 29 gold per trip. Now, that's why we're doing 5 of each, because it does take a while. So, not always to our advantage to do that. Let's go ahead and take what army we do have here while we're waiting. And let's knock this wall down. Archers, okay. Oh, looky there, it's the market. But we're going to focus right now. They have evoked ceasefire, so we cannot attack anything. But while we're waiting, let's bring this, really, I can't pass through here. Okay, well, let's just park our army right here and flip it around since we got...
Destroy our market. Lose our trade, it will hurt us badly.
And of course, the more we can destroy their gold production, the more that we will be able to keep them from producing more units. Definitely an advantageous thing to do. As well as destroying their houses here, because just like with us, that means they will not be able to process their or they won't be able to expand their influence or their population capacity any further, reducing their utility. Okay, I'd say that raid was pretty successful. Let's move our army back. And let's advance to the final age. And we are going to actually do Hephaestus. because of this right here. The God Power Plenty. Never-ending resources. Not fast. They don't come in fast, but they are coming in, which is the helpful bit. They're keeping more or less pace with us, so that's alright.
Process check.
How are we doing on our army here? 5 more? That's interesting. Can't say that that's ever happened.
Process check.
Okay, so we have... Oh, they killed our Patroboli. And I didn't notice that they went running out into the... outside the walls. Joy. Well, not our Patroboli. I can't remember what the name of that unit. It's a tower, obviously. Well, that's fine. Alright, let's slap our Plenty Vault down. We'll stick it right there. We'll go ahead and upgrade our Colossi, such as they are. We'll upgrade Flood Control and Salt Amphora. Y'all need to stop doing whatever you just feel like doing, buddy. It's kind of irritating. And just like that, we lost a hoplite. Gotta be careful what you send out there, buddy. If you send it out, it may just get attacked. Kill them. Kill the Cyclops. Okay, now you guys need to come up here and finish whatever, you need to finish attacking this house. And go ahead and destroy these walls. We'll go ahead and build our, let's see, upgrade our Colossi again, even though we haven't used them yet. Is there any final upgrades for these? Nope, it doesn't look like it. Okay, how about towers? That's a nope fish. But we can go ahead and do conscript infantry and our champion infantry upgrade. Let's not worry about them. We can go ahead and do the same thing for archers. Champion archers. And then, let's see, let's go ahead and attack this place. Knock it out of the park. Get away from the towers. We're going to lose a couple people as we get away, which is fine. We're just trying to get out of range of their towers before we start attacking back. There we go. Because they are attacking us with cavalry, which cavalry running into a spear is always pretty universally fatal. Okay, well that pretty much killed off our entire force. So let's send them down here to join these guys. Let's see. We got armor improvements, so let's improve to iron weapons, mail, shields, burning pitch. Archers, aeroships, ballista, and chiroballista fire flaming missiles for greater attacks versus buildings and ships. I'd call that a good deal. The Forge of Olympus. Hephaestus employs his Forge of Olympus to... Before we do any of that, we're going to do this one, because it reduces the cost of everything else. Forge of Olympus. As the smith of the Greek gods, Hephaestus forged many great items for the other gods, such as the thunderbolts of Zeus, Aegis shield, arrows of Eros. That sounds like a repetition, I promise you it's not. Chariot of Helios and armor of Achilles. He even helped create the first woman, Pandora, of clay. Hephaestus also created items used against the gods when he was wronged, such as a throne that held Hera prisoner when she cast him out of Olympus for being so ugly, and a chain-linked net used to trap his wife Aphrodite when he suspected her of cheating on him with Ares. In all fairness, it's not exactly without precedent. Aphrodite, being who and what she was, didn't really know loyalty to save her life, so I can understand the sentiment. What other units do we have here? We got some more lore. We have the Manticore. The Manticore probably came into Greek mythology from Persia and originated in tales about faraway and exotic India. The beast had the body of a red lion, a human face with blue eyes and 3 rows of teeth, a stinging poisonous tail, and poisonous spines that could be shot like arrows in any direction. Its voice was like a mixture of pipes and trumpets. It was fast and capable of great leaps. When villagers vanished without a trace, it was believed they were devoured by a manticore. Okay. And the last one of today is going to, our myth unit that we're going to look at is going to be the Gold Colossus. Of course, this is a myth unit, but of course it is upgraded myth unit. The Great Colossus at Rhodes was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It stood over 150 feet high on a 50-foot white marble base. It was mostly hollow, with a skin of bronze welded to a skeleton frame of stone and metal. Though it was destroyed by an earthquake after standing for only about 50 years, such was its enormity that people came to Rhodes just to see its ruins, just as people today visit the ruins of other Greek monuments, buildings, and temples. The Colossus actually was made into a weapon during the God of War series, if you guys have ever played that. Send them back to get healed up. That's all of the myth units that I had ordered. So let's go ahead and send these guys out to clear up this mess. That's all the gold we have for right now. So let's send these guys to start cutting down trees. Another gold mine. Okay, so there's the last of their gold mines, I think. No thing there to defend. And there's another market right there. lost a Minotaur. What is this? Ring of Nibelung. Provides a small trickle of gold. That's nice. And we lost a Toxite, so let's go ahead and replace those two. More arrow ships. Well, don't worry, buddy, because we're going to be putting an end to that. Go ahead and have a hero pick that up. Odysseus, you are right here, so why don't you go pick that up, bud? Alrighty, let's see a thing down here we can target. Shipyard. Don't forget what I told you to do. About face. Now we lost some more archers. 3 more so far. Mostly because our illustrious military is just kind of ambling around going, huh, you guys are attacking us. I wonder what we should do about that. You think there's something we ought to address, boss? All our replacements time to spawn in, and then we will do our final push of the mission, because we're not going to bother. Alrighty, so our army is built and has been sent through the underworld passage. Not that it was a long passage. So now we're going to assemble in front of the gates of Troy. Ah, the hell with it, let's just attack.
Dogs have reached our inner walls.
Did you call me a dog? Dog? About face, focus on these guys. Lost a Minotaur. I heard that. Out there. Okay. Let's kill all the units around us. Attack the walls.
The Atlantean and Odysseus dare to attack us. Defend Troy will never fall.
Let me tell y'all a story about that theory.
The gate is down.
Alrighty. Alright, well that's all she wrote for this episode, so thank you everybody for joining me for today's episode. A fine plan, and we'll have to wait to see what happens in the next one. So thank you everybody for joining me. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have feedback, I'd love to hear it. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!